Like, do you think it will be fun for Vancouver?
I don't know. They're a real question mark to me.
Can we watch Petey play first for the first 20 games before we decide whether Quinn's got a future or not?
Yeah, that's fair.
They are, to me, a very question mark team that if everything goes right, they got one of the best D. They have a fantastic goalie. Petey can be good. They've got guys. They could be good.
Mm-hmm.
Can also see this one going the other way.
They got decimated by
so-
injuries last year.
Yeah.
Decimated.
I know.
Yep.
I know the media is generally feeling like if Connor feels like this is a great team and he's got a nucleus that could play for the next 3 or 5 years, he's going to resign, and if he doesn't, then he's going to leave. Like, are we just leaving it on Quinn Hughes and the success of the team as the trump card on whether or not he stays or goes? So if it's not fun this year, but it's fun the following year, then he stays or he goes.
Yeah.
Does he need 2 fun years? One bad non-fun year to a fun year, and it's a
surprise
wash.
parties.
Yeah.
What is it?
He's Kawhi. He's a fun guy. He's a fun guy.
There is a very, I think, an uplifting sentiment behind a lot of these superstars' points that if you're winning, they will come. They will stay. Players want to be on good teams with good players.
They win around. They make the playoffs. They win around. Does that last as a fun year and he resigns in July? See,
I do think
I
it's.
don't buy that stuff. I don't. I think they just start thinking about what they want and where they want it, who they want to be with. And
They're having 2 high-profile
It's just-
brothers in the league
it's
that
not,
they have
it's not
talked
winning
about
a
playing
round
together.
or 2 that gets to decide for me.
Well, I do think that it's success related. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
but I also think it's really easy to make that claim. Let's say I want to go to the U.S. I'm American. I want to play with my brothers. This would be a cool thing. I'm going to make that happen at some point in my career. But I do think if you have a chance to win a Stanley Cup, you might not throw it away. So he may be like, I kind of think I'm going to go, but let's see if we're great.
I don't think in the next 2 years he's going to be able to read the tea leaves and say, "Oh, well, my best chance to win a Stanley Cup right now here in Vancouver."
Besser, DeBrusque, Kane, Garland, Hedel, Hoglander.
forgot about
That's
the
their
Kane
list
thing.
behind Petey as their top offensive players.
Hedel at second line center would scare the heebie-jeebies out of me.
Yeah.
Can this guy?
Heebie-jeebies spelled with a
Can
C-H-Y.
he stay healthy till November?
Don't know. Stay tuned.
You
That
know.
is a big question.
Demko, you mentioned Demko. He's apparently healthy and feeling great, and he's good to go.
So they're in $9.5 million in their crease, which is not crippling between Demko and Lankinen. But Lankinen's under contract for 5 years now. Demko, obviously, with $5 million per.
No, Demko
Yes.
Yeah, they signed him.
higher than that.
Oh, 8.5.
Yes.
So he's 5 this year, 8.5
Yes.
the 3 years after.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
And I like that
Oh, yeah,
deal.
$13 million in the crease after this year.
I really, really like that deal at 3 years
For
for
Vancouver.
for Vancouver.
Yeah.
And even if you needed to go to 9, but like that
can be one
short
of the best in the
term,
league.
that short term gives you enough of a window to definitely find out whether or not he can overcome his health issues moving forward. And without making a major commitment. So I think it's good for Vancouver.
All right.
Speaking of which, Toronto Maple Leafs.
We've been good boys. We've been an hour and 15 minutes into our show. We haven't even really mentioned the Leafs. So here we go.
Yeah, you're right.
You been okay with that?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm fine with it.
It's a lot more fun than doing Marner Watch.
Well,
David watch. It's just transferred a little west. That's all.
Yeah,
Wow.
fair.
Speaking of goaltenders, Elliot Friedman, I think, put out a report, or at least was heard on his 32 Thoughts, talking about the Leafs and Stolars trying to sign a new deal. With that comes the news today about Joseph Wall, Sammy, that he has left the team.
Maple Leaf statement on Joseph Wall. The Toronto Maple Leafs announced today that goaltender Joseph Wall has taken a leave of absence from the team to attend to a personal family matter. No additional details will be provided at this time, and we ask that his privacy be respected. So there's a statement from the Leafs on Joseph
Well,
Woll.
just off the top, we hope everything's okay with Joseph Woll or a family member or whatnot, and it's a short stay away, but without knowing anything, this puts I think it puts a ton of strain on Stolarz as is.
Yeah. You know, it's totally unrelated to anything previous. So it's tough to be like, this guy, you know, because he has had some injury stuff where he's just surprisingly been away. This is obviously separate.
Joseph
from
Woll?
that. Joseph Woll.
Do you remember last year?
Well, the playoffs the year before.
This time last year,
Yeah, he got hurt.
He
in the
was
preseason.
expected, I think, to start in
Game one.
Montreal.
Yeah.
And then the Hildebeest showed up in Montreal.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happened. Like opening night. And then Hildebeest started the second
I
game
think
of
it
the season against the Devils.
Might have
They
been
won.
might have been a groin or something, but
Yeah.
like
But this is unrelated to that. So
no. But what is related is you just don't know with this guy,
Yeah.
right? You just for
That
whatever
has
reason, there's just a he can't get rid of this being unreliable, you know.
But I mean, I don't know what he's.
And I'm not. I know this has nothing to do with anything collectively, but it's just
It's been
every
an
time.
undeniable pattern.
It seems like every time there's a scenario where you think, you know, everything's fine, it's not,
Yeah.
you know, and I don't know, it's just something he can't shake off right now.
Well, hopefully, you know, this one is like, all right, he's back in a couple days and had to clear up something or
Yeah.
whatever. But
Yeah.
it is interesting because Stolarz is very much in the limelight right
Yeah.
now. Contract status up. I think we would all expect him to sign and be comfortable with him signing. And I'm going to guess you're going to say shorter term, though. You don't want to see length as a.
I don't want to see length. I don't want to. For me, I get that it's not a great market out there for goalies, and that puts a ton of stress on the Maple Leafs. But this is a guy who had a great season last year, but still is within his window of looking like a very good, solid kind of backup. There's no look of a starting goalie.
What do you mean? I think he was. I mean, excellent for.
Starting goalies play 45, 50 games, Sammy, not 30.
Yeah.
I think he got a second place Vezina vote last year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
He,
But he's still in his window of being a 30 plus kind of guy. So